His Excellency President Dr. Julius Maada has addressed the pre-summit launch of the 5th United Nations Conference on Least Developed Countries on the opportunities for member countries to engage and identify actions and partnership at a highest possible level. After acknowledging the steering leadership of His Excellency Lazarus Chakwera, President of the Republic of Malawi, at a very difficult period for the world and in particular for low-income countries, he expressed optimism that the engagement from the 5th to the 9th of March will be the best possible ways to implement the Doha Programmes of Action. It is a comprehensive and ambitious agenda that will get us on track to achieving the SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals, especially at a time when Africa and other countries in special situations face a myriad of interlocking challenges, including food and energy insecurity, the climate crisis, and shaking development finance. We believe that the effective implementation of the Doha Programme of Action will bring about transformative change in the lives of millions of people in the least developed countries, he noted. He called on members of the Global South to explore the possibilities of leveraging expertise and resources through South-South cooperation for timely implementation of the Doha Programme of Actions.
Our world faces multiple vulnerabilities, including growing inequality and poverty, hunger, armed conflict and terrorism, climate change, and pandemics. These vulnerabilities continue to impede the capacity and thus progress of LDCs towards the Sustainable Development Goals. This summit, therefore, offers a unique opportunity for LDC member states to engage among themselves and exchange views on the best possible ways to implement the Doha Programme of Action. It is a comprehensive and ambitious agenda that will get us on track to achieving SDGs, especially at a time when Africa and other countries in special situations face myriad of interlocking challenges, including food and energy insecurity, the climate crisis, shrinking development finance. We believe that the effective implementation of the Doha Programme of Action will bring about transformative changes in the lives of millions of people in the LDCs. We recognize the broad support and positive reflection on the support put forward in the course of the negotiations, and we continue to emphasize the need for continued solidarity and cooperation among the member states of LDCs and development partners in ensuring the implementation of the Doha Plan of Action. As decision makers, we should generate the political momentum needed to support the implementation of the 6 priority areas outlined in the Doha Plan of Action and other development frameworks. As we engage in the days ahead, we must intensify the call on our development partners to bridge the financing divide, increase access to affordable long-term financing and investments, and also provide alternatives for debt relief and borrowing terms. All this can be done with a view to enhancing recovery and achieving sustainable development. It also behoves us all to call on the international community, financiers and investors to work with LDCs, especially African countries that have structurally weak economies, in order to raise sustainable finance, develop bankable projects, and increase capacity building for SDG relevant investment promotion and facilitation. As members of the Global South, we should explore the possibility of leveraging expertise and resources through South-South cooperation for the timely implementation of the Doha Plan of Action. Sierra Leone remains committed to implementing the 2030 Agenda. It informs our national development agenda through the key accelerator goals, SDG 4, which is education, and SDG 16, justice. Sierra Leone will continue to implement policies that ensure basic, accessible, and inclusive quality education to all children. Sierra Leone will further continue to provide leadership for the G7 plus countries as we work on transitioning from fragility to inclusive, sustainable development.
The fifth United Nations Conference on the Least Developed Countries is a one-in-one, a decade opportunity to accelerate sustainable development in places where international assistance is needed the most, and to tap the full potential of the least developed countries, helping them make progress on the road to prosperity. For Star TV News in Freetown, George Elliott Sam reporting.